Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Please reach out directly, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Today, we're discussing a watch that was launched in 2018 ahead of the curve with the green dial. This is the Hublot Classic Fusion Chronograph Titanium Green. 42 millimeters in diameter in grade 5 titanium. It is 12 millimeters thick by 50.5 millimeters from lug tip to lug tip across the wrist. We'll throw it on my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference. You get a real sense of how the watch wears. It's comfortable. I can wear the 45 millimeter version of this watch, but 42 feels perfect. The lugs are curved, or they're angled, we should say, so they do arc down around the edge of the wrist. They don't appear to overlap, and this is a watch that you could probably wear on a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference because it is so light, mostly of sapphire and titanium. Now, taking a quick look at the cuff shot here, you can see the watch is surprisingly thin, although in Hublot with a modular chronograph complication, it's going to slide underneath the sleeve fairly easily, so feel free to wear it with formal attire. Taking a look at the hardware and the software, Hublot loves fusion like they love football. They want you to remember that, and they've done it since 1980 and the original Hublot model, which combined a gold case with a rubber strap. Well, here we have a titanium case with alligator leather on the top in green and a rubber strap beneath that. You can see there's a green stitch used. It's medium rectangular scale alligator leather in a sort of olive green. We have an Hublot titanium clasp with those H-style Hublot bolts, twin trigger release, so it's quite secure until you press both triggers internally, both satin finished and polished. You tuck the strap into the buckle and then you size it underneath, so there's no external minder loops and you can't see the extra length that hides underneath the clasp. So twin trigger release for confidence, enclosure, and that hidden strap feature that cleans up the look when the watch is sized. We have more of those bolts fixing the strap to the case. It's fairly easy to swap straps with an Hublot. It's a combination of hard angles, which you can see on the lug hoods, and then sinuous compound curves along the edge. You can see how the light dances over the polished convex surfacing of this watch, and then you can see just how machine ethic the design is over the lug profiles with both satin and polish. We have a rounded flank to the bezel and then a vertical satin finish top with more of those polished bolts, and we have shouldered crown guards with elongated rectangular profiles and an Hublot H-pattern crown that is a push-down crown. The watch is 50 meters water resistant. You can see there are little composite polymer winglets that flank the dial on both sides to give it a nice balance side to side. The dial is a lustrous metallic green. It's the same olive green as the strap, but it's glossy, which gives it a different impact. You can see that all the indices are applied. They're rhodium-plated faceted steel. The same is true of the hands at center, which are fluted down their middles to give greater contrast. And then we have polished chapter rings for chronograph minutes. We may as well start this up. And also for constant seconds, which feature a minimally calibrated crosshair dial. Now, there are some subsidiary setting modes. We do have hacking or stop seconds, and then we do have a quick set system for the dates. You can rapidly cycle the date if the watch runs down. Turn it all over and you can see the caliber right here is based on a Sellita SW300, so it's an automatic base based on the ETA 2892A2, but it's a Sellita version, so there are some changes. 2892 has 21 joules, this has 25 joules, for example, but they're both bidirectional automatic winders with 42-hour power reserves that beat away at 8 beats per second. And if you pull the crown out, you can see that Hublot offered a fairly high grade, as that balance speaks to a top grade SW300. That's just one below chronometer, so Hublot doing right by the buyers of this watch and giving it a top-notch grade of SW300. The module on top, and you can see it is a modular chronograph because the pushers are above the crown. The module is from Dubois de Praz, and it is a vertical clutch chronograph module, so you can see when I start the chronograph, the seconds hand doesn't jump. Vertical clutch means very smooth, no play engagement. Reach out to tmosso@thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.